What's up, guys? So what is the potential of the spider ball python? And why do people hate it so much? What's up, YouTube? It's Baker. Welcome back to Blue Line Morphs, guys. Listen, new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, comment down below. Help me out that algorithm, man. The more you guys like it, the more you guys hit the notification bells, the more you guys comment. YouTube seems to push the content more, right? That's how an algorithm works. I have an Instagram channel, blue_line_morphs, stays with Facebook, everything's Blue Line Morphs. I'm officially out of Instagram jail. You guys remember, I did that whole, I was deleting people off my personal page, and somehow they're connected and end up banning me for a week on my snake page, which is retarded. But that's what happened. So I'm back up and running with that, so we'll be posting with that. I'll be posting daily again, so definitely check me out in there. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We'll keep this thing moving. No real update, guys. Hey. Stupid turtle. No real update, guys. Nothing else is really going on. The only thing that changed today is normally on Sundays I do feed. I go to Sal's house, Gomez Pythons. Check him and his channel out. I'm drenched in sweat. Did all clean today, guys. I had to make sure the snakes are doing well. I didn't want to skip the clean. Every Sunday I clean and feed. And I didn't want to skip the cleaning and the water swash my snakes and have them not be touched for like 7 or 8 days. So everything's up and running now. The humidity's up. I'm at 79 degrees and almost 60% humidity in this room, so I'm sweating. Anyway, the hell was I saying? So I was going to go to Sal's house, like I always do. Gomez Pythons, check him out. But I didn't feed today because I'm just running around like a maniac. As you guys know, I'm heading to DC next week for work, for the inauguration with the NYPD. I had to trim down my beard. Right, looks somewhat professional, but it doesn't hide my double chin now, and I feel like I look awkward. But whatever, hair grows back, right? Other than that, guys, that's really it. Nothing else really going on. I'm going to try to make a video now, obviously, and another video after this. The next video, which will be posting on Thursdays, pretty much going to be a full rack tour, just showing off all my snakes, and just kind of giving you guys an update on how they're doing, and how they've grown, and how their colors have changed. I like to do that every 2 to 3 months, just so you can keep track of some of my snakes. A lot of you guys have been following the channel, have seen this snake when I first got it, up through, 1,000 grams, 1,200 grams, so forth and so on. Let's get right into this video. Today's video is about the spider ball python, okay? I did a whole video talking about the neurological disorders, and the wobble, and the shaking, and the corkscrewing, and feed issues, and all that. So I'm not going to really cover that. If you don't know what this is, a spider ball python, which you'll see in a second, has a neurological disorder where their equilibrium is kind of shot, okay? I did a video talking about this, how I've gotten quite a few spider ball pythons where at first the corkscrew or the sidewinding or the wobble, if you will, was real bad because they weren't used to being like messed with. But once I held these animals more and interacted with them more, it seemed to go away. They still exhibited it sometimes, but it seemed to go away a little bit. So to me, in my opinion, it kind of seems like more like a nervous tick. In other words, if that animal's freaking out, whatever neurological disorder they have, when they're nervous, when they're being messed with, they kind of cause them to exhibit these traits more. Because once I did handle these animals more, they kind of went away they went away a lot. All right, so today's video, I'm just going to show off. I have about 5 or 6 different spider ball pythons, everything from a normal spider all the way through like a 4 or 5 different gene spider animal. So I thought we would just start with the big spider girl, show her off, then graduate to a bumblebee, killer bee, and other type of spiders that I have in my collection. All right, guys. So that's all today's video is going to be about. Like I said, Thursday video, we're going to go through this entire thing just to check out and see how some of these snakes are doing. That being said, let's get right into this, man. To start off the spider video, we're going to have to start with a normal spider, right? It's really that simple. This is my big old spider girl. She's a little slimy right now because I just misted all the tubs and cleaned out all the tubs. So we're going to take her out, hopefully not drop cocoa all over the place. She's big. You guys remember that video I did talking about the biggest ball pythons that I have? I think she's just over 3,000 grams, right, guys? This is my big spider girl. Now, if you look, she does not exhibit almost any wobble, any issues. She moves around perfectly fine. I've never seen her wobble. I've never seen her corkscrew, and as far as eating, she's an absolute fucking savage. So I haven't had any issues with this girl. Now, she's older. Don't get me wrong. This snake is, I think, a 2008 hatchling. Okay, she's an older snake, but if you guys look, when I did first get her, she was a little iffy, a little wobbly, nothing crazy though. And now that I've been holding her a lot, she's an absolute beast, man. She's steady as can be, and I wouldn't say she exhibits any of the neurological disorder or the traits that we see in other ball pythons. To me, she just looks like a normal snake, normal ball python. But check that out, man. If you guys aren't familiar with a spider ball python, which many of you probably are, this is what they look like, right? You have this spider web looking dorsal pattern. It really takes almost an entire pattern away from the snake that you're used to with the normals, and gives it kind of the spider web look to it on its back. It's really cool looking. I really like it. And some of the, oops, sorry, honey. A lot of the individuals have this white speckling coming up on the sides. That's also part of the spider gene. Some I've seen are really, really extreme white all the way through here. Not all of them, but this girl has a moderate white pattern or white speckling, I would say. But here's a big old spider girl. As you guys can see, no wobble, no issue. She is big and she is beautiful, right? Really good example of a spider. I don't think she'll ever really be going anywhere, just because I'm actually curious to see if when I breed her, if all of her offspring that are spiders, if any of them exhibit any bad traits like we're talking about, or if maybe it really is like a bloodline. In other words, all the spiders kind of have this neurological disorder, but maybe some of them exhibit a little more than other ones. Maybe her bloodline, because she's a little older, or maybe whatever the case may be, maybe her, in other words, the severity of the neurological disorders, I wonder if it gets passed on from generation to generation. We're going to try to figure that out. Let's move right on to my next girls underneath them. This is a bumblebee. A bumblebee, guys, if you're new to light ball pythons, is just a pastel spider. So it's that gene plus this gene. Let me show you this. This is a big, this is a male. I have a big pastel female. It's like 2,800 grams, but she's deep in shed. You really can't see it. So I want to show you this, guys. This is a pastel male. You can see it's got, you know, the pattern's broken up a tiny, tiny bit, but more or less the pastel just makes it a little more brighter and dulled out, right? You can see the blushing on the saddles and stuff like that. That's what a pastel animal is. So you take a pastel animal like this, and let's say I took him and I bred it to that big female I just showed you. It's gonna come out, you're gonna see something like this, okay? This animal right here, this girl exhibits a little bit more of kind of a sidewinder or a little bit of a shake. She's very calm, very placid. This is my bumblebee girl that I got from my buddy Anthony at Octelia Reptiles, okay? She is, a pastel spider girl. Really, really cool looking. I really like the way it looks. The white speckling still comes up on the sides, but because of that pastel, you don't have that dark grayish color, brownish color like my other big girl has. Kind of blushes it out and gives it this. If you guys look, that's the corkscrewing. Okay, really not that bad, but it's not good either, okay? If you look at my other girl, she didn't do it at all. But this is what happens when you get that pastel and that spider together. You come out with something like a bumblebee. Really nice looking animal, really happy with her. I paired her a couple times, so we'll see what happens. But see the corkscrewing? This is as bad as I've seen when it comes to any of my animals. You're gonna see the other snakes, you look at it, see? This is the only snake that I've seen in my collection that has it that bad. Now, even so, when I hold her longer, that actually seems to go away and she kind of chills out a little bit, but she does exhibit that a little bit. When it comes, with that being said, she still eats like an absolute savage. So here's your bumblebee, just a pastel spider. Now, two of my spider girls are in my kitchen, so I'm gonna have to, they're in quarantine, so I'm gonna have to close this down now and head in there. Well, what's actually gonna happen is this. I'm gonna continue showing you what's in here first. I'm gonna break up the video, then I'm gonna film out there. That way there's no cross-contamination. You guys can't destroy me on that. But when I edit my video in iMovie, I'm gonna place the videos accordingly. So that being said, let's head out into my kitchen, but not really. Oh, guys, so we're in my living room now, and I'm filming this after the end of the video, but I have to segment this into here because I don't want to do any cross-contamination. Okay, so where do we actually leave off? The last animal I showed you was a bumblebee, okay, which is the pastel spider. This is pretty much almost the same genetic animal. However, you're adding one more copy of pastel, so essentially it's a killer bee, which means it's a super pastel spider, okay? So both parents gave it a copy of that spider gene, of that pastel gene. Now, that being said, I don't know how much this animal is actually handled, so she does exhibit a lot of corkscrewing, okay? If you guys check it out, look at that. That's the issue when it comes to spider, okay? I don't know how much she was actually handled, so I'm really curious. Once she's out of quarantine, I'm going to start holding her a lot more and see if we can help her with this genetic disorder, this neurological disorder, because she does exhibit really bad corkscrewing, okay? As far as I know, as far as I told, she's an absolute beast when it comes to eating. The lighting shit in here, I apologize. But if you check out this pattern, really cool looking animal. Very close to the bumblebee, but it kind of... it kind of is a little more blushed out, a little more pale looking, but really cool animal. And now again, when you breed this animal, she's guaranteed to pass on one copy of the pastel gene to its offspring. But I don't know if I'm actually going to breed her just because of how bad this corkscrewing actually is, guys. Again, I'm curious to see if I can work with her a little more to see if that corkscrewing eventually goes away, right? Because I have a theory that it's more like a nervous tick and she's not used to being held. Now that I have her, she's a little more secure. Still a little weird, not as bad, but we'll see. I got to work with her. But this is pretty much the same thing as a bumblebee, just 2 copies of the pastel gene, making it a super pastel spider or killer bee. The next animal I'm going to show you, she is a spider. That is not her. She is a spider. However, that is not her either. I don't even know what the hell's in these tubs anymore. Here she is. She's a spider, guys, but you're not going to be able to tell that. I'm just going to show her off because she's a spider. She's my 8-ball girl. Again, she also exhibits a little bit of that nervous tilt or that nervous corkscrewing. She's an 8-ball, okay? Really cool looking. Man, this light sucks. This is what it is, guys. I apologize. So, she's an 8-ball, which is super, super gray. She is a black pastel, cinnamon pastel spider girl. They know she's a spider just because when she had her offspring, she did produce some spider and the male was not spider. Now, she's not as bad as that killer bee. However, she does exhibit a little bit. Ow. Did you just bite me? You nasty ass. Anyway, so not as bad as the killer bee, but she does exhibit a little bit of that corkscrewing. Really cool looking animal, really gray, really nice looking. Again, she's an 8-ball that has my. God damn, got me again. She's not having it today, guys. I don't want to biting herself. I don't want to antagonize her anymore, so I'm gonna put her away. Really cool looking animal. Okay. What a jerk. All right. Now we're going to head back in to the reptile room so you can check out my other spider animals. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's head back over. All right, guys. We're back in the reptile room, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed those 2 animals, the 8-ball and the killer bee. What's funny is I didn't even film that yet, so this is kind of weird for me. But I'm going to film it after this. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed those 2 animals. Really cool looking animals. Not too sure what I'm going to do with them. I like that killer bee a lot. I might maybe keep the killer bee opposed. We'll talk about that in the video. Anyway, let's get right into the other 2 spider girls I have in here. Now, you guys know I love spiders. Well, I do. I love spiders and I love... God damn it. I love spiders and I love clowns. So what happens when you start combining clown and spider? Well, really simple, guys. You get a spider clown, okay? Now, this girl right here was a really bad eater. It's not because of the spider gene, it's just because she's a jerk. But she's a very nervous snake. Look, very tight, doesn't want to move. She's like a boomerang. I can throw her, she'll come back to me. But here you go. Really cool looking animal. This is now, you guys know the spider. Let's do it the right way, right? Let's not be ghetto. So you guys saw the spider. You saw a couple variations of the spider. This is what happened. Relax. This is Harlem. This is my normal single gene clown. This is what a clown looks like. We all know what clowns look like. Really cool animal. You take this animal here, which is a recessive trait, and you combine it with spider, and you're going to get this. Okay? Still exhibits that spider webbing, okay, just like the normal spider does, but with the clown, it really breaks it up nicely. Really makes it, like, to me, it looks really, really cool. And that head stamp, man, how cool is that head stamp, okay? This is my spider clown girl. She's possibly het exanthic VPI. I might try to prove her out eventually, but as of now, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with her. Very nervous snake, very tight, right? She never struck at me, but very nervous. Doesn't like being held all that much. But even so, how nervous she is, not a lot of wobble, man. Not a lot of issue. Okay, haven't really seen any issue with her. Comes to feeding, she strikes fine. She's an absolute beast when it comes to that. But she is absolutely a spider. Really cool example of it. I like clown spiders a lot. So here's my spider clown. All right. Now this last snake is an absolute powerhouse. Unfortunately, she isn't shed right now. But if you guys follow my channel, you already know what she looks like. If you don't follow my channel, head over to my Instagram, blue_line_morphs. I got pictures of her fresh out of shed. This is my Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pastel Spider 100% het puzzle girl. Really, really cool looking animal, man. Look how nice that is. We automatically tell it's spider, right? Just from the dorsal and like the spider webbing. Again, she doesn't really exhibit any of that real wobble or corkscrewing. This is from Royal Canadian Reptiles. That Orange Dream, that Yellow Belly really makes that well, what the hell is she? Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pastel Spider. So essentially she's a bumblebee with Orange Dream and Yellow Belly on top of it. That's essentially what she is, okay? And with is that really picking up nice? There we go. If you look at her, it has a nice blushing, that nice yellow look to her, and the orange green, the yellow belly really makes it look nice. And the yellow belly really works nice with that calico. It's not calico, but with the white that comes up, the yellow belly really does this animal nice justice. But again, guys, check it out. Not a lot of wobbling. The only thing that's weird is her tongue kind of goes down. Watch when she flicks, kind of goes down. Really finicky eater, not because of the spider gene, just because she's a shitty eater. It's really that simple. But a lot of genetic power here. Okay, again, orange dream, yellow belly, pastel spider, 100% het puzzle. Interested to see how the puzzle and the spider gene go together. You guys know what puzzle looks like. It looks like a puzzle, and it's all broken up looking. So I'm really curious to see what spider and puzzle do. Why? Why? Because you can't see? So you want to kick my ass? Look, doesn't have a problem striking, right? Neurological disorders, almost non-existent with this girl. Really good looking animal, guys. And that's the last spider I'm going to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I like spider a lot. I think it's like anything else, as long as you're aware of what you're breeding, as long as you're aware that the spider gene comes with that neurological disorder, or tick, or whatever you want to call it. As long as you're aware, you have to treat these animals slightly different. If you had a pug, or if you had a mastiff, or a bulldog, they're a dog, yes, but they have different genetic issues or illnesses or ailments, okay? I really enjoy spider. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are just some examples of spider that I have in my collection. There's a lot of spiders out there that are absolutely gorgeous, so definitely go check them out. I don't shy away from the spider gene, but let me know what you guys think. Listen, as always, I really appreciate you watching. I'm going to close this down. Go film out the video part segments that you already watched about the killer bee and the 8-ball. And then we are going to film another video in the same t-shirt. So it is what it is. As always, guys, listen, I appreciate it. Happy Tuesday. Whoever was doing well. I'm in DC right now when this is posting. I appreciate it, guys. Please be safe. Please remember, always watch your 6.